Hi, this is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle, and boy do I have a pleasure today. We have East Coast flea market finds. Well, they're kind of flea market finds. They were actually found on Craigslist, and they were brought to me personally by Cons, and Cons has been a viewer of mine almost from the time that the channel has started. And he's out in Arizona, but he's in New Jersey today, and we're going to review for you some of the things he found. And if he wants to speak up, he's welcome to that. Yeah. By the way, if you like these types of videos and you enjoy seeing fishing reels and learning from the experience of taking these apart, servicing them, and repairing them, I would ask you to subscribe to my channel. And if you do, please use that notification button. That'll let you know what I'm posting and when I'm posting it, and it'll give you a chance to see the ones you like and, well, kind of leave the ones alone that you don't want to see. All right, well, let's start. Cons found about 10 or 15 of these, so we'll do a quick review. And this is kind of a setup because Scott from the West Coast has just sent me a box of West Coast flea market finds, and well, we'll be doing a video on that shortly. All right, well, Cons has sent me about 1990s Quantum reels. This is a Quantum XR6. The 6 is a 60 size reel, perfect for pier, surf fishing, and trolling from boats. This one's got a little bit of gear noise in it, but otherwise this one can go fishing, and it's been a steadfast kind of performer. And he's got somebody who liked a lot of green line because we got two more of these. Here's a Aero. It's a Spheros, yep. This is Shimano Spheros. It's the Aero version, also 1990s, and you can see the difference in quality of reels. If you listen to this one, which is about the same time frame, this one certainly it sounds a lot smoother than the one that is working off that Quantum. So a lot of times people wonder what the difference is in pricing, why you pay a little bit more for a reel, and a lot of times it has to do with the ball bearings or the materials that are inside the reel. But given a choice, I think Cons is going to strap this to one of the many poles that he found and take this one fishing as opposed to that Quantum. Well, lime green is the theme, and we have another Shimano here. It's also a Spheros. This one's the 4000 version, and this one was the 5000 version. So this is a little bit smaller. Inside, they're almost identical in mechanics. Outside, the spool is just a little bit smaller, which makes the difference on the 40 versus the 50. Another nice, smooth operating reel that's kind of ready to go fishing. So Cons found a whole bunch of things. Some of them, well, you're not going to find around. Here's one called Monster Rock. Yep. And it's a Hurricane. And Hurricane was part of that compact group. They were made in Japan. I'm not sure where this one was made, probably Hong Kong or Korea at the time. We'd have to see. But it's a single ball bearing. And again, if you want to put these in a category, it would be this one. And the Quantum would be similar reels. And it looks like the person that was selling this probably did a lot of saltwater fishing. I think you found out where, Newtown, Pennsylvania?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, okay, so Newtown, Pennsylvania is... well, it's on the Delaware River, or not that far away from it, and we'll see. Right? We got a lockup here.
Greased up. This
one's an AX. We just did the AX 2000 rear drive reel. This is also a Shimano. This one's locked up, and you know what? Turning it, I think you're going to be okay. Right. This is going to be a case of dried grease. You can see that the handle is turning, but it takes an awful lot of effort to turn the rotor. So my guess is it's where the grease has become cemented. Well, if you have any questions on these reels or any reels that you see in this video, or maybe you're working on one, just leave those questions in the comments section. We will try to give you an answer. Maybe you're working on something, you got stuck. Maybe there's a different reel that you would like to see. Let me know. We'll see what we can do about answering those questions for you. This one is a parts reel. This one has got a bail wire that is broken off of the carrier. And it's a Mitchell. It's a Mitchell Spider. It's the Spider cast. And many of you will remember that you had Spider wire come in when the braids were just introduced. And Mitchell owned the Spider wire, and it decided to make its companion the Spider cast as a fishing reel.
True Temper.
Okay, we got a Ocean City / True Temper. This is after 1957 because True Temper bought Ocean City, but the reel and the guts remain the same. One of the most powerful, strongest level line reels used for saltwater or deep water fishing. This one is basically indestructible, and Has a very heavy duty line guide, aluminum spool so it doesn't rust, and this one will clean up beautifully and be ready to take fishing. Well, we're going into the conventional reels now, and I think
Long Beach.
you got a joy here. This one is a very old Long Beach. This one may be pre-war. It's possible that this is the first edition of the Long Beach reel, and the only problem that we have with it is a broken spool. But if you can note the engraving on the side plate, this has got the cast fisherman in the water with the light tower in the back, and it has the Penn reels made in Philadelphia. How do we know it's an early one? Well, because it says Penn Long Beach patented. It doesn't have 60 or 65 on it, which became the later editions of the model. This one's a very early edition. It also has the squared shoulders rather than the rounded shoulders that you'll find on the more modern ones. We're going to see if we can't find a replacement spool for that. But it gives you a nice inside look into the mechanics, that's for sure. And then we have an Ocean City. This is the Ocean City 112, and this is the one that Penn competed against. So the founder from Penn was originally an employee of Ocean City. When Ocean City introduced these reels, they were very expensive reels. They were really designed for the upper class fishermen, and they were designed for salt water. And well, Penn had a better idea. Let's make the reels for the masses, and let's see if we can't get it at an affordable price where everybody could buy them. He left and formed his own company. And again, it probably doesn't say it here, and says it somewhere. These were made in Philadelphia, so was the Penn reel. A lot of time they're confused.
Fluger Tempo.
Now we have the Fluger, and Fluger was a competitor to the other two. Ernest Fluger, he was out of Akron, Ohio. He had 4 sons. And this is the Tempo 2075. So my guess on this is whoever had these reels was probably very active fishing in the later part of the last century, but hasn't been fishing since. We saw the one with the dried grease over there where it's seized. This one, the handle is stuck on, and this one hasn't been fished in a long time. This is probably the original Dacron braid that they had on the line. But again, like all those other reels, they were built so strong that this can be serviced and put back into use and given a second chance. We've got a couple more here. Here's your Shakespeare. I understand that there are a couple of videos out there. This is a Shakespeare 1788. It's a beautiful reel. It's got a model code EC. Well, those of you that watch the channel know we have a secret decoder here. And the EC, the E stands for 6 and the C is for 8. This reel was made in 1968. So nice example of the time. Very sturdy. This one is not your pond reel. This is a bigger reel. You can use this one on lakes, drop it from a pier, probably even put a little bit heavier line on it and do some inshore saltwater fishing with it. Beautiful reel overall with a nice drag system that's going to supplement your hand strength that's typical on these types of reels. Then we have the ones that we've seen a lot of. This is an Ambassador. This is the 5500C, probably their most popular model ever made. It's missing a side cap. We're going to try and find Con's one of those. But overall, these are beautiful reels. Cast them a mile, keep them tuned up, and they will keep you fishing for a long time to come. And then somewhere along the line, somebody decided they were going to do trolling fishing. And this is your Shimano. This is the Shimano TLD Triton Lever Drag 20. This is it's a workhorse. This one's been around a long time and does very well. Nice free spooling. Seems to run in all of the gears. And well, this probably needs a cleaning, and Cons is real good about that. He's the one that introduced me to Flitz polishes, and I'm sure this will clean up nicely. And well, if he wants to take it fishing, he'll catch a lot of fish with that. Well, I've enjoyed that. Cons, thanks for stopping by.
Thank you, Dennis.
Ushi as well. Thank you. We have a quiet participant in the background here. Again, if you like these kinds of videos, please subscribe. And if you do subscribe, please use that notification button. I would be remiss if I didn't thank our first responders and essential personnel for everything it is that they do to keep us safe. Thank you for your career advocacy and for the work that you do. To everyone, please stay safe, stay well. Get out there in the flea markets, take a look. Look on Craigslist, look on eBay, whatever it is. Try to find some reels that you'll be able to work on and to explore the art of reel repair. This is Dennis with Second Chance Tackle. Thanks for watching.